the second speaker, but I like a little bit take up the side. Our second speaker today is the person I admire her very much by the energy she put for Toastmasters. She participating in winning. She only want to be winner. So she participates everything. I remember we have a contest was there. We need a speaker, she was there, and she always involved in many functions in the agenda. And to evaluate her speech today is Dan's speech. I'd like to ask Dan to do the speech.
Thanks, Paul. Tonight, Alexandra is doing her sixth speech from her CC manual. Alexandra is moving right along. What she is focusing more on is her ability to persuade the audience. So that's where these speeches are heading towards. That's one of her main objectives. However, tonight we will focus a little more attention on to use volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to the message. Use pauses to enhance the message. And finally, use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. It's a 5 to 7 minute speech, 5, 6, 7. And the title of Alexandra's speech will be, When Will We Learn? When will we learn, Alexandra?
Don't start timing me. There's a few housekeeping things here. There was supposed to be a PowerPoint, but we'll improvise instead. So I'll give you printouts of my PowerPoint. And I would ask you, please do not open the pages. I'm going to be having a copy of it here, and I'm be turning the pages, and you'll turn the pages with me to go to the next slide. But I have a copy for everybody. Please don't open it. Don't spoil it. I think I have a copy for everybody. Because with all this technical stuff, you never know. We love technology, but sometimes it just doesn't work. There we go. Please no more. So can you clearly see? If I'm going to turn the pages, you'll be seeing it, right? Okay, we'll see if that works. Now, another note before we go on. For the benefits of our guests, in this club we are not allowed to talk about a few topics. Among them are religion, sex, and politics. My speech may seem a little bit political, but it's not. It's based on emotional appeal and my own opinion, and in no way my opinion represents the official opinion of the Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Let's start the speech. If I place a cup filled in with water on the very edge of the table in the crowded room, now I know that it's going to be knocked down very easily anytime, right? So does it make sense to place that cup on this edge of the table anyways, and just sit there and tell everybody that I'm going to watch that cup, and I would make sure that nothing will happen on my watch, and hope that nothing will happen? So would it make sense? I think that the safest place is going to be to place this cup not on the very edge, but right in the middle, because it's safer anyways this way, right? So anybody is going to be passing by, and it's going to be safe, and the water is not going to be spilled. So fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, it just made me so angry when I see people's short-sightedness and short-mindedness. It just makes me so angry. I got so angry the other day when I stumbled upon something on Facebook. basically there was a post reading, "Stop the Great Lakes nuclear waste dump." And there was this picture here. And I looked at it and I thought, is that real? Is that for real, or is it some kind of Facebook scam? Because there are so many there anyways, right? So I made some research, and yes, apparently it is real. On their Ontario Nuclear Power Generation website, they did post that. They started the research, the proposal for a nuclear waste dump right on the shore of Lake Huron, which is, well, very, very close to the Great Lake. And again, it just doesn't make sense when we look at this picture. So their picture, which is actually showing their graphic of how they want to do it, on the next page. So they decided to show us that the secure Bruce Peninsula site is right where Bruce Peninsula is. It's 3 hours drive from Toronto, approximately. And they think that they're placing the CN tower on the graphic will work to convince us that this nuclear waste dump site is going to be safe. Well, guess what? It's not. If you look at the picture here and you conceive the height of the CN tower, which is approximately 553, then what is this space here? How much is it? It's just right on the shore of the lake. And again, when I'm looking at this picture, I'm getting very angry. Now, you got to understand, I'm not an environmentalist. I'm not living green, and I don't recycle. I'm sorry to say this, but I come from a country which has an exposure to nuclear things. I come from Belarus. And when you think of Belarus, think Chernobyl. And next one. So when Chernobyl nuclear power plant blew up, I was 2 years old. It was 1986. And here I do have a picture showing how much area was affected. When you're looking at this picture, you can see that this yellow and red and pink is the size of almost all Ontario. When I was 2 years old, I was living in Minsk. Minsk is right here. This is the capital of Belarus. And when you look at Minsk and Chernobyl power plant, this is about 4 hours drive. So right where from us to Ottawa is. So it's very close. We did not know anything about radiation back then. Actually, when the power plant blew up, I was in Gomel, which is right here in the middle. So it was even 2 hours drive away from Chernobyl, and we did not get evacuated for a week. So things about radiation, you probably heard that radiation influenced a lot of people. Over 300,000 people were dislocated and relocated from this area over years. And there are so many deformed children were born. And radiation influenced a lot of people in all sorts of and types of cancer and all that. Right? So when I'm thinking about it, do we really want to take this chance? Do we really, really want to have a nuclear waste dump 3 hours drive from Toronto on the shore of the lake, which is not even a kilometer away from it? Because all the Great Lakes are interconnected. And it will take one leak, just one leak of radiation, which comes to the next, well, brings us forward to the next question. The question of safety and maintenance. If this project goes forward, and if they build this nuclear waste dump, how would they maintain it? It's going to be so deep underground, how would they know that the leakage happened? And if it did happen, how much time will it take them to get down there and to fix it? Now, some of the nuclear waste is actually sitting there for 100,000 years and don't disintegrate. And we don't have this chance to even prove how effective our maintenance can be, because the oldest building on the planet is 8,000 years only. 100,000 years here, 8,000 years here. Just try to conceive the difference. in the pipeline, we can see it. When we have an explosion of the nuclear plant, we can see it. Now with oil and gas, we can collect it. But with nuclear energy, with the radiation, we cannot collect it. And we cannot see whether something happened. We need to really, really think technology here. And again, technology, human factor, it may not work out together. So where is this safety, where is this assurance, I would say, for us that nothing will happen, especially when this project is so close to the water supply for 40 million people in 2 countries. So 40 million people in Canada and the US depend on the water supply of the Great Lakes. So that's why I'm getting so angry, because when I think about it, do we really have to take this chance? Do we really? And I don't want to take this chance. So there was a petition attached to that picture and that post on Facebook, and I did sign this. Thank you.